Hi, hello, welcome to my channel, Laugh, Love, Read. I'm Kay, and today we are talking about my birthday book haul, basically. So as you might have seen in my other video, I recently turned 28. It was my birthday, so I bought some books. Most of these were sort of gifted to me. My husband bought me some books, and I got some money, so I bought books with that money. And yeah, so let's get started. I actually bought 28 books. I had about 24 books that I got physically. I think it's 24. And then I decided to buy 4 more digitally to just make it an even 28. I thought it was cute, 28 years, 28 books. So let's get started. There are 2 piles essentially. This one I didn't really know where to put it. This pile is the books that I've already read, but I loved so much that I wanted physical copies of them. And then these are books that I have not read. This is in the middle because this is Attack on Titan. And I have seen the show, except for the last season. I'm waiting for everything to be on so I can binge it, but I've already seen the show, so I kind of know what happens in the manga, but I still want to read it. So I bought the first 4, and I'll be reading it and seeing if there's like anything left out from the show or not. So that was one, and I will keep going with the books that I've already read. So I'm going to shift the pile now. Let's shift it a little bit. Okay, so we have The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker, and you've seen me talk about this in my Winter Vibes book if you watch that, but basically it's about Callie and Jonah. It's the romance, but it's also about stuff going on with her family, with her dad in particular, who she has an estranged relationship with, and she goes from Toronto to Alaska, and it's obviously a big change in scene, but I love this book. 5 stars. Really, most of these are like 5-star reads. So yeah, that's why I had to buy them. Physical form. I read them digitally, and if I love a book that much, I really want to own it. So next we have Speak by LaRue Anderson. I read this in high school. I love it. I actually had a copy of this. I don't know where it went, but it was a really bad copy that I kind of stole from high school. Shh, don't tell anybody. So I wanted a prettier copy, and they have a 20th anniversary edition, and it's so pretty, and I just wanted it. So yeah, it's by LaRue Anderson, about this girl who was raped, Melinda. She was raped, I think the summer before freshman year, and it's kind of how she deals with everything that happened to her, or kind of doesn't deal with it and then is forced to deal with it. And then we have a series. So this series, oh my god, I feel like nobody really talks about it that much. This is The Darkest Dray, and I love these books so much. I read this back in 2018. Well, I started reading it in 2018. The first book came out actually, I think, end of 2017, and then the second one came out in early 2018, and then mid 2018 was the last one, and I love this thing. It is about like a well, not about him. It's about this girl, and then there's a dragon shifter who's on the cover, and it is just amazing. It's fantasy, there's a war, there's romance, there's just espionage sort of, and torture, and just, it's freaking amazing and underrated, and I don't know how like people don't talk about it on BookTube more. So yeah, it's by Ray Wagner and Kelly St. Clair, and yeah, it's amazing. The first book was like 5 stars. The second one was like 4.5, and the third one was probably like 4.5 also. But yeah, still love this series. Love the whole thing. So then we have, you might have seen this on Instagram if you follow me there, Clap When You Land, With the Fire on High, and The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. And my favorite one is Clap When You Land. 5 stars. With the Fire on High, I think I gave it like 4 stars. And then The Poet X, I think I gave it like 4.75 or 4.5. But yeah, all great books. Clap When You Land is about like 2 sisters. With the Fire on High, it's about this teenage mom. And Poet X is about like this teen girl and just dealing with teenage shit and family issues, and just, it's really beautiful. All of them are really beautiful. The writing is beautiful. I think the writing I didn't like the most in With the Fire on High, but aside from that, they're all beautiful. And of course, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. And I read this year and I loved it so much, and I just had to buy it. If you've already seen my videos, you've seen me rant about this. So Addie LaRue kind of gets sort of cursed. Well, she makes a deal and ends up having to live for 300 years. So that's when we see her. She's living like her 300th year, and it's kind of about her life so far and all of that jazz. So it's beautifully written. It's a beautiful story. I really I thought the cover had like a special design inside, and it doesn't. So I think I'm actually going to vandalize this cover and put like the stars inside, possibly. Hope I don't fuck it up. But yeah, love it. Had to own it. Then we have these books. So these I haven't read. And this one is What If Jesus Was Serious by Sky Jathani. I don't know. This is like just talking about Jesus's teachings and something. I saw it a long time ago and I found it interesting, and it has like some graphs and stuff, and I just thought it would be better to own it in person, like a physical form rather than a digital form. And yeah, it was just on my wish list, so I bought it. Shout. When I was looking for Speak, I found this that was released by Laurie Halse Anderson. It's kind of like poems and stuff about her experience as a survivor and rape culture, essentially. I think it, talks about that. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading it. With Speak, I think it'll be a nice experience to like read them together. So next we have Sweet Pea by C.J. Scoose. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but this is about a serial killer or something, and it's supposed to be like funny. I got this on a rec by a fellow Pisces, and yeah, I picked up another one actually. This one right here. We'll talk about it later, but yeah, they sounded really good, so I thought I'd pick it up. Then we have A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. So after reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I've decided that I'm going to read all of V.E. Schwab's works, which I was basically planning to do before anyways, because they all sound really good, especially this series. Like, I'm very intrigued by it. So there are multiple Londons, magic, somebody who can travel between the Londons, and yeah, super excited. I love fantasy and the idea of traveling between different dimensions, essentially, or at least whatever, different Londons, even if it's just that. Sounds pretty cool. So looking forward to that. And then we have these books. So this is a series, and this is the Tourist Attraction, Mistletoe and Mr Right, and Enjoy the View, and all by Sarah Morton-Thaler, possibly. And yeah, so these I put on my list because I wanted to read more Alaska Vibes stuff after loving the Simple Wild so much. So I had intended to buy these for a while now. And I kind of wanted to buy the first one and see how it went, if I really liked it or not. But who am I kidding? I love romance, so I'm gonna read the rest of the series anyways. Even if I don't really like the first book, I will give at least the second one a chance, and then at that point it's like you might as well read the last one. So I mean, look at Intercepted and Fix Her Up. Like, I ended up reading the rest of the series even if I didn't really enjoy like the first books that much. So yeah, they're all about like romance in Alaska. I don't know, this is like somebody works in a touristy place, and then there's a tourist, and yada yada yada, romance ensues. I really have no idea what the rest of the other ones are about. I just bought them because they're part of the series, so hope I enjoy them. Then we have Dreams from Many Rivers, and it's a Hispanic history of the United States told in poems by Margarita Angel. Or yeah, it's all or I guess put together by her. I guess she's like the editor or something. And then the art is by Beatriz Gutierrez Hernandez. And yeah, this is, oops, I messed up the cover. So this is just a collection of poems, and I love just the cover, and I'm intrigued of reading like a collection of poems from Hispanic writers. I love, you know, learning more about my culture and certainly my fellow Latinx people. So looking forward to reading this. The other fellow Pisces wreck that I'm talking about was Poirot Investigates. Poirot, I don't know. I don't speak French. I honestly suck. So yeah, it's by Agatha Christie, and it's a collection of short stories about this like PI essentially, or an investigator, and suspense, intrigue, sort of funny, I think. But the format of like inside, it's a little weird, but also interesting. I don't know. So yeah, looking forward to reading it. And then another manga, Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. And I've been wanting this for so long. And it's like boy meets boy, boys become friends, boys fall in love, and yeah, what more can I tell you? It's just supposed to be this adorable like friendship and then love story, and I am looking forward to reading it. It's so cute, and the rest of the cover, like there's 2 more volumes I think, and they're so pretty, and they're all like different colors, and I just want all of them now, but I will read this one and then get them. But yeah, I haven't really tried like reading manga ever, so I gotta see if I actually like it. And then Such a Fun Age by Keely Reid. And yeah, this is about Alex Chamberlain, and it's really hyped on YouTube, and I'm intrigued about what the hype is all about, to be honest. Okay, and then I bought 4 books digitally, and they were Him by Sabrina Bowen and Elle Kennedy, and it's about, I believe, at least one athlete. I don't know if they're both athletes, but it's a male-male romance, and I have been wanting to read that book forever. So it's supposed to be like really steamy but really sweet romance, and ever since I read The Deal and that series, the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy, I have been wanting to read more of her books. So I will be reading Briar You soon. Series, like, they get a little repetitive, and like the quality I feel like goes downhill, so I had to take a break. So I haven't picked up one of her books in a while. So I'm gonna pick up Bright Are You soon. I've been itching to read like a college romance book soon, so I'm gonna read that. And then yeah, I thought this was the perfect opportunity to pick up him. I have never been able to find it like from my library, so I just picked it up on Kindle, so I'll be reading that soon. So that was one. Then the other three are actually part of a series. So it is the Fortuna Sworn series. I think it's called the Fortuna Sworn series by KJ Sutton. And it follows Fortuna Sworn, who's like a human that gets taken into like a fairy realm world after like the disappearance of her brother. And so I've already read the first book. So I already read that one. I haven't read the other two. I think the third one like just came out, and the fourth one is coming out later this year, I believe. So I didn't enjoy the first one that much, to be honest, but the story itself, like, I want to know what the hell is going to happen next, because there is a lot going on in the first book, and it's kind of like a hot mess, but I'm compelled. I'm intrigued. I want to know where this roller coaster is going. So yeah, or this train wreck. I want to know where it's going. So yeah, I bought the 3 books that are out, and I'll probably buy the 4th one when it comes out, but I didn't pre-order it because I wanted to make it 28 books for 28 years. So I'm a loser, I know. And that is it. These are the 24 books that I have physically, and then the 4 that I have digitally. And so yeah, thanks so much to the hubby. Thanks so much for everybody that gave me money. And thanks to you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.